Good morning. It's Holly Million, the shaman artist, and this is the Spiritual Spa, the free weekly shamanic energy clearing, and the location of our spiritual clubhouse for all those who are working on themselves at this time of collective shift and who are looking for a community of like minded people to help support the work. This is where the good vibes live. And this is where we are both releasing things that don't serve us and also calling back our power. There's Marie Jean. We've got Long Island in the house. Good to have you there, Marie. And welcome back home. So glad that you're back at your home. My name is Holly Million, and I'm the shaman artist. And every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific, I'm here on YouTube to do this work with you, and I'm just going to say a few words to introduce myself and the work while we're waiting for others to join us. Every Saturday, what we do here is I give an energy weather report for the times that we're in. I do a card drawing for general guidance at this time, and today we're using what's called the Dream Weaver's Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, who has done so many beautiful oracle decks. And just want to show you some of the art here. It's just amazing. I think this was the card from last time. Oh yeah, this was the card from last week. Oh my God, there it is, right, jumped right back out. Could mean something. Here's this one with these dragons. It's very whimsical, fun, and magical, this deck. And this is the back of the cards. So this is an Ouroboros. Fuffy, it's so good to see you. Valerie, good to see you. Thank you, everybody. And if you're there, please do make a comment so I'll see you and know who you are. That's the back of the card. Isn't that something? And this is two dragons, blue and red, so the masculine and feminine polarities, and they're in a kind of like an Ouroboros, which is a figure of a snake swallowing its own tail, except that we have two dragons for that today. So I'll be drawing a card from that, and then we will do the clearing. So good morning, Lisa. We've got Denver in the house. And this is the next step that I was explaining will be the clearing work. So we're going to do some shamanic energy clearing. We may do some vow break today if we have time. We always invoke protection at the end, and you're involved in the whole thing. So stand by, and we're about to get into that. Just a couple of announcements real quickly. So I do one-on-one shamanic work with people all over the country and in Canada. I've been extremely busy lately. I did put an offer out to do free 30-minute shamanic energy clearings by phone, one per customer, with anybody who wants one. Even if you've done them with me before, you can have a free 30-minute session. And I'm offering this through the end of the month, July 31st. I have already had, I'm not kidding, about 30 people accept the offer, and I've been doing these sessions. I have a whole bunch coming up this week. I have 9 sessions coming up this week, and I also have paying clients doing full sessions with me. I have 2 today. I have 1 in person here at my beautiful studio here in Oakland, California, and then I also have 1 on the phone with a new client in Kansas. Oh my goodness, we're not in Kansas anymore. So thank you, Valerie, appreciate that encouragement. I'm really enjoying my work. I also am completing work on my herbal store on my website, hollytheshamanartist.com. I also have a micro farm here at my home in Oakland, California, where I grow herbs. I make herbal medicines and shamanic tools. So I make things like holy water, which I make with white sage I grow here at my property. I make protection salts, which are made with black salt, rue, and yarrow. Rue and yarrow are plants that have traditionally been used for protection for 1,000 years or more. So I make that available for people to use to bless and protect their homes. And I also make smoke bundles for smudging, for smoke incense to clear your home. And then I also make herbal tinctures. So these things are now going to be available on my website. The products are up there. The functionality is not completely complete. It will be soon. So if you want to see what I offer, you can let me know if you want something. Okay, those are my announcements for today. And if you're new here on YouTube, please do subscribe to my channel. I appreciate everybody who's been subscribing. Every single time I do this, I get a couple more, so my following is building very nicely. And if you're on here and you like what we're doing here, please do share the videos with your friends. I will be reposting them on Facebook and Instagram right after the show. Okay, so without further ado, let me talk about the energy weather right now. We are living through storied times. We're living through the times that have been prophesied for a very long time. And the month of July 2026 is kind of a pivotal time. So we are experiencing major configurations of all the outer planets, the big planets, Jupiter, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto are in a major configuration that hasn't happened maybe ever, I don't know, hundreds of years at least. And it's called Barabeau's Basket, Baribault. It's named after Andre Barabeau, who was a French astronomer who predicted this configuration and that it would be significant at this time on Earth. And what it looks like is, geometrically, it looks from our vantage point, looks like a basket. It looks like a basket with these 4 planets, Jupiter, Neptune, Uranus, and Pluto, all forming this basket. And all the astronomers are going gaga over this, and they are saying that this is somehow representing a pivot point for humanity, and that it's going to open the doorway for a new world for us to be creating together. Now, remember that when things change, there's always unknowns, there's always unexpected things that may happen, and there will be challenges because the old world is dying before the new world can come into being. No worries, we got this. We've been doing our work, we know who we are, and we're here to build it. So we can see the old world crumbling. Let's build the new world. Who's in? Let me know in the comments. And any questions about that. That's my very condensed, simplified explanation of what we're going through right now. And if you're experiencing something, your identity is shifting, your life is shifting, trust it, go with it. Fafi says, I'm ready. Oh, good. Me too, Fafi. Let's go. So the next step I'm going to do today is I'm going to draw a card to give us some guidance as to the road ahead. So if you would like to get some guidance, I suggest that Marie Jean is in. Yay, I'm glad. We're all in. I'm going to suggest that you form an intention. This is one of the core things of the shamanic work that I do, is helping people follow their inner guidance. So we always go from inner guidance. So you form an intention or you ask a question to get the guidance from the card that's going to come up. And it's going to be general guidance. And I'm shuffling the deck while you're forming your intention or setting your question. And I'm listening to the deck because it's going to tell me when it's time. Nope. This one? Yes. Told me to go further. So here it is. And it's for the wind that blows our sails. And again, this is from the deck, The Dream Weaver's Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, a whimsical and magical deck. This is card number 26, for the wind that blows our sails. Look at that. It looks like a whale or some kind of a flying fish, maybe a flying fish with wings, and it seems to be flying in space. So it comes out of this watery realm and it's going into where the stars are. Now let me read for you what that is all about. And I can't wait. I always love to see what it says. Essential meaning, forward movement, coming out of a slow period, a time for action. And then it goes on to say, this is the time for action. Your obstacles have dissolved. You've integrated the deep work you've been doing. Yeah. And you are on the other side of the dry spell. How wonderful to now have the energy to take the next steps unencumbered by the past. And it says, this time of expansion is not one to take lightly. It says, the wind is blowing your sails, it's steady, but it's your hand on the wheel with the divine next to yours. Okay, I think that's a good card, right, Valerie? Valerie says yes, and the peace sign. Victory is mine. That's a good sign, post, and a good guide for the times that we're in and what I just said about the shifts. So we got this. And now I think we're ready to do some clearing. And if you're new here, do make a comment. And if you like this, please do subscribe to my channel. But we're going to get into the meat of it now. We're going to do our clearing work. And when we clear, it's also important to call something in to replace what we are clearing. And I've been explaining this to clients who do a lot of clearing on their own, but fail to call something in, and it creates kind of a void, and that can make you feel depleted or can invite things in that are not beneficial. So we always call in something to replace. And we'll be doing that today. And if you're just joining, please do make a comment to let me know that you're there. In just a moment, I'll be closing my eyes to go inward and look at the collective field that all of us are creating together, no matter where we are, no matter who we are, no matter how we're coming together. If you're watching it later, I'll still see that. It's a quantum universe, and that's how things go. So let's prepare, and I'm going to invite you to get comfortable. If you have a place to lie down, it makes it so that you enter into a natural, receptive frame of mind. Calling in the path to optimum health. Yes, Valerie, that is an excellent invocation, what you're doing, calling it in. And all of you can do the same if there's some intention you have for what you're releasing, or if there's an intention for what you're calling in. Make that now. And I invite you to get comfortable. And if you're not able to lie down, sit in a way that you can be upright, your back upright with your hands on your knees. My knees are slightly apart so that I have a tripod of my body. And take a deep breath. Now, about to close my eyes. If you do make a comment, I may not see it. So you may wait until we finish this part. And I'm going to take off my glasses just to make it a little easier on myself. All right, and I welcome you to just drop down inward into the space inside of yourself. And know that this is the safest place you can possibly be. There is an inner sanctuary. That is where your eternal self is, where your core self is, your seed self that has been with you all of the lifetimes you have lived, and that will continue on after this life. And as we're coming in, I'm seeing our collective field, and I'm bringing my field into that field, and I'm seeing it very clearly. I see a green gold light, very diffuse, but it's there. And there's a lot of surface level buzzing and some heavier energy, kind of like smog, I would call it, maybe like the air condition in the East Coast right now. Marie Jean, we're thinking of you in New York. And it's just like a cloud has come across the field. So we're going to clear that. And always in the center, I know that we're connected to the source. That never changes, no matter what the conditions are on the surface. So take a nice deep breath and just let it go. As you're letting go, we are dropping even deeper. And now I'm going to call upon our allies. I call upon the beloved divine source of all that is, the Holy Spirit, the great mystery, the One, the North Star, unconditional love, the unitary force. I thank you for this group and the space that we have to do this work together. I ask you for a blessing on the work and the best possible outcome for everyone who is involved in any form. Thank you. As soon as I do that, always there is more light entering in the field. And if you're new and I see new people coming in, please do subscribe and join us again. And now I call upon the beloved Divine Mother and the beloved Divine Father in all of their blessed forms. And I ask them to bless, protect, guide, and shed grace upon us and our work. And so it is, they are here with us. I call upon my own guides. I ask my guides to work with the guides of every person who is here, that they may receive the best possible outcome according to their free will and their intentions that they have set for this work. Amen. So it is. So much green gold light now more visible in the field, the heart and the will united. As we call in allies, it automatically begins to clear and elevate our collective field. I also see above us the white diamond light of Archangel Metatron's ray in our higher chakras above us, the soul star chakra, and I see the Christ light above us. Beautiful. We are activating it just by our intentions. By us working together, we are activating it even more powerfully. That's why we work together. I now also am calling upon my angels and archangels, the ascended masters and saints, the divine star beings who are helping us all on earth at this time, all the celestial beings. I call upon the ascended masters and saints. I call on my ancestors. I call on the animals, plants, and crystals. I call upon the helping spirits, and I call upon my guardian spirits and all those who love me and work with me and through me to be present throughout this process. And now the container is expanded, it's much stronger, it's beautiful, and you're now going to add to it. And I ask you to please call in your own allies, whoever they may be, divine beings, beloved ancestors, people you love who are alive, call them in spirit, animals you love, anything else you wish to be present. I am just drinking in this beautiful white gold light that's already streaming into the field. And I can hear the tones in my left ear of the angels. And I can feel the vibration increasing as you're calling in allies. I ask that all of the allies being called in now join with my own as one unified team in spirit on behalf of this group and the best possible outcome for all who are doing it. And so it is. And let me just say right now, there's already movement of this denser energy, and it looks like it's kind of like the surface of a pot of soup that's boiling, and there starts to be a scum forming on the surface. That bubbly stuff on the surface that's the part that we're going to skim off in just a moment. The cauldron is bubbling, and they're doing the work already. Now I ask Archangel Michael to please bring down the tunnel of light to receive anything that we choose to release that's not serving us, anything that we don't want, anything coming from outside us that is not helpful to us or may be harmful to us, and anything else that's being healed within us and purging out of our being that needs to go into this light to be redeemed and transformed into its highest form. We ask that happen during this process, and so it is. I love it. And so I'm watching as this is starting to coagulate in the field. It's big and dense and dark, and it's starting to get dim in here, but we never fear the dark because we know there is light behind the darkness always. So take a deep breath, and I'm going to ask you to breathe out and imagine the density leaving your body. Take a deep breath. We breathe out all disease agents out of our bodies. We breathe out any agents that cause us to be in ill health. We breathe out all toxic energies from the environment. We breathe out and release any detrimental energies we received from the collective at any point on our journey throughout the time that we've been on Earth and from any time before that, from any dimension of time and space, throughout the holographic universe, throughout the fractal universe, throughout the entelechy. We send it from all aspects of our being, mind, body, heart, spirit, soul, and all of our energy layers and bodies. We release and shed like the snake, releasing the old skin, all things that are outdated, all things that we have outgrown, all limiting patterns. We send this into the light to be transformed, redeemed, and uplifted. And I call in the gold ray of light to fill the space being vacated. I call upon the violet ray to come in and fill the space being vacated. I call upon the diamond white light of Archangel Metatron, the Christ light, to descend into our field and clear it now. I ask for the process to help us ascend. I ask for the process to help restore us to health, well-being, equilibrium, and good spirits. I ask for clarity to come into our minds. If anything is blocking our minds, old thought forms, negative beliefs, any cynicism about the world, anything that's caused us to become bitter, anything that's caused us to lose our faith, anything that has caused us to become angry and to see the world in jaundiced ways. We ask that this be cleansed, cleared, and released so that we can see clearly with the eyes of our true self. We can see the true core of love in this world that is inviolable and unchanging, this core at the heart of the earth. We ask for everything blocking our vision from seeing things clearly to leave now. And I'm watching as this is happening at the level of our minds and our eyes and our third eye. And I call the violet ray in to help us clear anything dense. I'm seeing kind of like these spidery tendrils, almost like when you pull up a plant that has lots of little roots. If you ever bought a plant at the nursery and it becomes pot bound, there are too many roots for the pot, and most of the pot is roots, not soil. That's what it looks like. It's like become bound together, and they're undoing all of the tangles. They're combing them out, and anything that is not yours, that has come in, crept in, grown in, they are dissolving. I'm watching also as this is lifting up, and it's quite dense in here, very dense, and they're lifting it from now the eyes, going upward, up through the brain, the thought forms that are no longer serving. We send them out through the crown and into the light to be transformed. I call the gold ray in to fill the space being vacated. I call the gold ray in to fill the mind and the eyes and the third eye. I ask for a cleansing energy to come through and help us be free. We ask for assistance to become free so that we can be joyful and healthy and whole and be visible on earth to help others find the way. And wow, there goes, it's just blasting so much stuff out. It's like a power wash of the brain. You might feel a little heat and a little tension. Don't worry, this is okay. They'll never make you go further than you can. And one more deep breath, and out we go. And there it goes out through the tunnel of light. You guys are pros out there, pro level work, and this is how we do it together. And I see a lot more people are here. Thank you for joining. If you're new and you like this, please do subscribe to my channel. I'm here every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific, but we're not done. And now I'm going to ask all of you, if you have something you know you don't need anymore, anything you picked up somewhere along the way, if you're comfortable, say it out loud. You say, I release this, and explain what it is. Or you can do it telepathically in your mind. Yes, yes, Fafi, I really needed this. Yes, I think I did too. And now I hand it over to you to do your clearing. I'm going to hold the space. Wow. And I see lots of density. It's shimmering. It's actually like strobing in the field. There's so much intense stuff going on. Your intentions are clearing it. And also, we're being supported by the greater energies that are happening. We're all being cleansed, purged, and freed of shackles, freed of our chains, free of negative cords. And I just saw my father in the field, and I love when he's here. He often works with me. He is always smiling when he shows up, and he enjoys the work so much. And Dad, thank you for your help with this work. I love you. Thank you. And I'm watching it just clear, and there's so much light. We call in the white light of Archangel Metatron's ray. We call in the Christ ray. We call in the gold ray. We call in the higher vibrational light rays to fill the space being cleared. And I feel it like we're drinking in this light and we're a balloon, like we're expanding and our field is going to get bigger. And I see also our minds are getting much clearer and we are doing great. You're doing great. If you're still clearing, that's cool. I'm going to move on, but you keep going, do your thing. I'm now going to ask that we do some vowel break real quickly, a couple of vowel breaks. Vowel break is where you break your vows, contracts, and agreements that you may have made consciously or unconsciously this lifetime or any other lifetime that don't serve anymore. We're going to do a lightning round of this. I'll do a couple and then I'm going to hand it to you. And it goes like this. I break my vow with all the old ways that kept me small. I am ready to grow and expand. I break my vow with all the collective, unconscious ways of being that have kept us limited. I am stepping out into freedom now. Okay, those vowel breaks actually created more space and light in the collective field that we have, but I am going to hand it over to you now, and it's your turn, and if you can say it out loud, it's especially powerful. I break my vow, VOW, with, and I'm going to hold the space while you do it, and I'm seeing beautiful, beautiful gold light in a column in the center, and I see a beautiful rose-colored light entering into the field from the Divine Mother. And that light reminds us that self-love is the key to healing. Just let it come in. You're all doing amazing work. I ask that anything being released through the vow break go into the light and be transformed, redeemed, uplifted, and healed. And I call in the gold ray to fill the space we are clearing. I call in Metatron's ray to fill the space. And we're doing so well, everybody. There's just a couple more steps, so just stick with me, and there'll be a couple things I say at the very end. So here we go. I ask Archangel Michael to please take away the tunnel of light, and with it, everything it contains, no longer to return. And so it is. Thank you. I also ask Archangel Michael to please place a strong triple grid of protective energy around each and every person who's participating, no matter what form that takes. May they be inside of that field while they are healing and integrating. May they also have protection around their home and workplace and all places they frequently go, as well as around anyone or anything they love and hold dear as they ask at any time. And now is a good time for you to ask if there is something that you want to ask for. And while you're doing that, I'm going to complete the work. You're doing great, everybody. This was amazing, but hang in there. We're almost done. I now cut cords between myself and each person here. I cut cords between each person here and each other. Yes, thank you. I also am going to thank all of the beautiful allies that have been working with us through the session. We are so grateful for you always for everything that you do. And we remember to ask you for help anywhere along the way where we need it. And with that, I now dissolve the circle until we meet again. In the name of the Goddess and of the God and of the Divine Spirit, amen. And I'm now going to welcome you back. If you're new here, just tuning in, please do subscribe to my channel. I'm here every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific. My name is Holly Million, the Shaman Artist. I've been doing shamanic work for 11 years professionally. I love my job. I see people in person for one-on-one sessions. I have a client coming here today to my beautiful studio, which you see behind me, in Oakland, California for a session. And then I have a session on the phone with a new client who's in Kansas, and I love it. We're not in Kansas anymore. We do that work by phone. And between now and the end of July, I am still offering free 30-minute shamanic sessions to anyone who wants one per customer, on the phone. So if you want one, you need to message me or send me an email at hollytheshamanartist@gmail.com. While you're looking at things, please do go to my website, hollytheshamanartist.com. Sign up for my emails. I don't spam you, but I do offer a lot in my emails once a month. I also do home and land clearing. I also have an apprentice program if you want to study and do this work. And I also do herbal medicines. I have a small micro farm. I've been converting my property in Oakland, California into an herbal farm. I make herbal medicines and I make shamanic tools like protection salts and holy water. And I make smoke bundles. And you can go to my website. My store is almost complete. You can see things that are going to be for sale. If you want something, you can message me, but it'll soon be live and you'll be able to order online. I'm so thrilled. And I love doing this work so much. And if you're there, please do make a comment. That will help me see you were there. Send me a message, email me. I love doing this work. I love being here. And I'll be back at 8:30 a.m. Pacific next Saturday. Please tell your friends. Valerie, you are the best. And thank you for being here. I come here because you are all here. You're the best. Have a fantastic day. Know that you are equipped for the times that we're in. We need you, and you're doing a great job. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye bye. Thank you, Lisa. You too.